All right, click the links, and you will have clicked the link. So Gail Simone knows how to fix comics. She's got a Facebook post which seems like a moment of clarity for her, but ultimately it's kind of pointless. I mean, just like she's coming close to being honest. I mean, she does. She's saying it. It's just that it's so vague and so gentle. It's like left wingers are in cities now, and they're noticing that some of the stores are leaving, and they're on social media, and they're like, yeah, so I can't help but notice this isn't really good. And like, yikes, my guy, watch your privilege. So the thing is, comics are the way. These people are just insane. Like, you're dealing with like why cities are in a death spiral, why America's in a death spiral, because like the left wing is pushing all this stuff. They're just gonna double down. It doesn't matter if it's comics or movies or how they actually run a city. They're not gonna go to the right. They're just gonna keep going further left. How's that working out? No, you don't understand. We just haven't gone far left enough. Okay, best of luck to you. I hope I'm not around to see the final. Anyway, so she's got this Facebook post. The thing is, comics are the way they are, I suspect, because the comics want to push this woke agenda. They don't care about the money, and that's a weird thing for a lot of people to get. But, if you're looking at this stuff, eventually you'll reach that conclusion. Or I suppose the other theory could be that whoever's pulling the strings is fooled by the people making comics, the people who are actually the editors and stuff, and the writers, because all American comics are woke, and none of them sell really well. So maybe they just think that's the normal industry standard, except manga magically sells for some reason quite well, and they never seem to sit down and go, why don't we grab some of these manga comics and some American comics, Marvel and DC. Why don't we compare and see what the difference is? What is it about this? What are the differences? And like, objectively, can we write down the differences? And again, it's the reasonable person in the building. It's like they just throw them out the window. And the reasonable person is not at Marvel or DC. So the level, they don't want to know. They just don't care. The level of laziness doesn't sound likely with $1 billion industry. So I suspect they look at the beautifully drawn manga with the characters not having diversity, inclusion, compassion, and kindness, and they just think, oh, well, the Japanese are just these terribly istophobic Hugo Boss people for making the characters all fair with light eyes, as well as all the people who buy all that stuff, because that's what people want, because manga sells and Marvel and DC don't sell. American soy comics are like 9% of the market in America because people hate diversity and inclusion, or I guess it's more fair to say they just hate the way it's done from the mainstream, and they just it's not done well if you haven't taken a look at American comics. More people just need to say that diversity is not a selling point for them. It's a turnoff. Anyway, so her first point is that the industry ages people out. I suspect they do this because they want super woke writers, and somebody who's over 40 or 50 is not going to be as woke as somebody under 30. I mean, that's just part of the death spiral that you're seeing. Even the way Gail phrases her criticism is kind of weak. Her points are solid, but they're not detailed enough, because if they were, she'd just get canceled. So the next point is actually key, and it's not respecting the stories that came before. There's a lot in that one little sentence that she very carefully said, and we over here think we know what that means, but she has to go into detail, which she definitely will not do. And I give her credit. It took balls even to write that point. But you can't just come out and say that race swapping characters kills the characters. If they want new non-Euro based characters, they should just write them fresh. Oh, wait, but then people but then we have to write like good stories and like build an audience. Yeah, that's what everyone has done throughout history. But the audience isn't there for what they want to sell. That's why they have to do bait and switch. But the thing is, they don't sell to the white crowd because everyone wants to see their tribe represented. They don't want to see the other tribe, and they also want to see their tribe represented well. I want to see Euro people, red and blonde haired people, portrayed fairly, not with this anti-white hate that we see now, where it's like in every single thing you see, you realize the people who are making this, they just like, the left wings are racist the whole times. Yeah, they were. So basically, to make money, you have to market to the individual race-based audience, because everybody hates diversity, or at least the way these soy boys do it. You can't make the blonde, blue-eyed people evil and black good every single time. It's why people are not buying. If you have a drug dealer, a gang member, or a terrorist, please look at the statistics and not the anomaly. The outlier is not the rule. So the next point is good, but it's so soft, it's not allowing artist input because a mainstream industry farms their work out, their art out to cheaper third world countries or second world countries, South America, instead of hiring American artists. But she doesn't have the balls to say that screws over Americans. The artist might not have input because English is going to be a second language, so there's not going to be a back and forth, and they're 5,000 miles away. And then there's the price point issue, which is fair. They make woke crap that only collectors want. Though I kind of wonder, like, who are they going to be selling this stuff to in 10 or 20 years? And the thing is, there are soy boys who read this new stuff. Unfortunately, America has more and more soy pussies every year because the schools are creating these kids. I go to the comment section of the Read Comics Online, and yeah, they're reading them for free, but they do follow the stories. So there is a legitimate pussy audience out there of these little left-wing woke kids. But I don't know, it's kind of hard to know how to factor that in, because at least, are they buying them and also going online to discuss them, or are they just reading them for free online? Because that would, that would be the critical issue. If you don't buy the product, they're going to go out of business, which for American comics is just, that would be the best thing. The thing is, if they made comics just more like they used to, yeah, they would sell more. They just don't want to. Oh, you understand? All those old comics guys were all like far right Hugo Boss guys. Like, no, they were left wing dudes for the Kirby and Lee, and yeah, they were left wing guys at the time. It's just the left wing has gone so much further to where the people who originally created the comics are not politically correct anymore. Even though, like, the comics were always left wing comics, it's just they just didn't hate blonde people enough. The thing is, they can't even make American manga because they have to make it. This is Alterna Comics. They're very solid stuff. They can't even make American manga because they have to make it diverse, which people don't want. But it's not even that so much as when they have non-white characters, they're never allowed to be the bad guy. If you want diversity in comics, you have to treat them equally, which they won't do. So you end up with blonde gangs selling drugs in the inner city. No, you understand, Detroit and Chicago and Washington, D.C., it's full of these blonde guys on motorcycles, and they're actually selling crack to the inner cities. Oh, no, it's this blonde guy in Idaho, Oregon, Washington, Montana, and they've got these I don't know, like militias set up, and they've got some Norse ruins and mythology, and they're marching around. It's like, yeah, they're the actual bad guys in America. It's Captain America with, I don't know who wrote that, Ta-Nehisi Coates or some other nut job. Like, that's the storyline, Captain America, where the blonde Captain America is going after the blonde people of America who are actually, the backbone of America. It's like, no. They're actually, why don't you go to Detroit and Chicago, Captain America? Like, how dare you? How dare you? Yeah, why don't you go to the Middle East, buddy? No. It's actually a Russian arms dealer who's smuggling diamonds from South America, and they're blonde hair, blue eyed. Yeah, you got it. It's like, it seems like it's in every movie or comic. Like, I could give two shits about modern movies. I once said, like, hey, if you cash out me the money for a movie, I'll go see it. Nobody's taken me up on it, because now I look at movies like, maybe I wouldn't. It's probably not even worth it anymore. Because what movie is worth watching at all, even for the free popcorn? To sit through it? I don't think there is anything. It's not worth leaving the house for a movie, much less paying $15. I can't imagine what the future Hollywood holds. It's gonna, I guess we're going to be around to watch it burn, because I suspect you're going to see a transition in big screen theaters in the next 10 years. I just can't imagine the industry sustains itself with the stuff that's coming out. It's just, but then every once in a while a Barbie comes out. I'm like, yeah, that's a pretty rare exception. Seems like a lot of movies are kind of breaking even now. They're not what they used to be. It's like, at some point you're going to realize, yeah, we need to dial these budgets back in. These, like, $250 million movies are going to have to come down. $200 million movies are going to come down. It's going to be rough with inflation. But I don't know, with CGI you can do a lot more now. But like, they're going to have to re-examine their whole concept of of movies, and I don't even know if like the American movie, like there's going to be other, I don't know, I don't think India is going to pick up the pace, but I don't know. It seems like there would be a time for like manga has taken over American comics. If you're gonna do a foreign market movie industry, it should kind of be the time to do it. As long as you didn't make the movies woke and repeat Hollywood's mistakes. Anyway, so that's Gail Simone's giving her 5 points. Like yeah, fair points for sure. So gentle. So they should be like maintain the character or something. It's like yeah. Why don't you expand on that? Flesh that out a little bit. She's not gonna, because she'd be canceled. And then the left wingers, she's probably in her 50s. Left wingers love her because she's saying the party line. It's like, yeah, you can keep saying the party line, but your stuff doesn't sell. I don't mean just hers. I mean like all of American comics. It's like you keep pushing these things that the audience doesn't want. Why do you do that? Because it's a effing religion. Hey, San Francisco, how's that city doing? Oh, not too well. We need more money for resources and programs for drugs, homelessness, and crime. But you never actually you fix them, because it's like if you fix the problem, it's like healthcare. Like obese people go to the doctor, and instead of having a nationwide people addressing like take care of the obesity issue and the health related issues, that obesity is kills millions of people a year. I mean, it's related issues does. And instead of going to the doctor, like the doctor talking about that and then doing it at a state level and a federal level, they go, no, here's a pill for your high blood pressure, for your sodium, or for your diabetes. Like here's pills for that to treat the secondary things. It's like, but isn't the primary thing that the guy's 50 pounds overweight? Why don't you just say, okay, here's you're going to have to decrease your daily calories. All that junk food you're eating, yeah, you're going to have to cut that out because it's killing you. Oh, why don't they do that? Because if they cured the patient, they wouldn't have a patient. I don't know how I got distracted on this. That's a video I'm doing for Odyssey and BitChute. Sorry about that. Anyway, like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys on the next episode.